Hey, what's up everybody, The Amazing here, bringing another review. This time is of the Storm Collectibles 112 scale Street Fighter 5 Ken. So, let's get started. Again, you have to excuse me, I am under the weather, so I'm doing my best to get reviews out and not sound like a pile of trash. So, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying Ken looks really nice, it's sculpted really well, and it's sculpted in the look of his Street Fighter 5 look. So, he still has the taunt pose hand. I already have it on, so I might as well talk about it. And I have the open palm. But this is Ken's Street Fighter 5 look, and while I swap hands, I'm going to show you guys how Ken looks and why it's a little different. The main thing being that Ken now is taking off the top of his gi, he's flipped the hair back, but I'm pretty sure if you've played Street Fighter 5, you already know what you're getting into as far as the look goes. The one thing about the cosmetic change, though, that it actually changes and hinders a bit of the articulation on Ken in general. And as I swap these hands out, I'm going to show you guys why. Oop. Now, the hair isn't really the issue. It's soft, so you don't have to worry about it. The arm upper articulation is just fine. It's really nice. Most of the hindrance actually comes from the lower leg articulation. Now, even though this is soft, it is still hindering it in a way that you can't flip it all the way across. So, as you can see here, looks really well, but over time you run for fear of stretching it out and things like that. Overall, it also doesn't look really good. But I will say this, despite the small hindrances that there are, the articulation is still really, really nice. So what happens is that you can still make Ken do high kicks really well and actually balance. And I've showed it off a few times on my Instagram. Oop, I went a little too far. So let me pop that back in. And that's one thing you'll notice. So please don't think I broke it. It's not really the case. I like to extend my figures to the far reaches of their articulation to make sure that they can do the things that you pretty much can do in the game. So I like to extend that reach here. Now if you look, I'm going to balance. Oh, come on, balance for me. There we go. As you can see, Ken can still get his leg really high up, but obviously if the gi weren't tied and hindering it around the waist, it could actually go a little higher and hold. But it still holds really well, and I think that's really good. I like it a lot. And that's one of the things that I really like about the Storm Collectible stuff. Even though the sculpts are exactly the way they are, it shows you that they still try to maintain posability and articulation in their figures. And I like that a lot. So Ken actually came out really well. The one issue I do have with most Storm Collectibles figures is that in the leg joints, because I like to extend and reach its max, the rotating sometimes gets a little stiff, so I worry about breakage. But I haven't had that issue yet. I just worry about it. So hopefully this is something nobody ever has to worry about, but I push it to the limit. Articulation is just, yeah, it's just fine. You might have a bit of hindrance on the lower level, but overall, really good figure. It's solid. There's toe pivot as well as ankle pivot here, and it extends really well. Now, aside the articulation, what Ken comes with is actually really, really nice as well. Now, you already saw Ken's signature Taunting Hand. He actually comes with hands for Hadouken, which is really cool. Actually, wait, oop, those might have been Hadouken hands. But he also comes with a second pair of hands that look similar to Hadouken, but these are more open palms. And these are... and this is one more open palm. Ken actually comes with a slew of faces, one of them being the whoo face when he's doing the hurricane kick, when doing Shoryuken, or when he's just taunting. It's a really nice facial sculpt. Looks really nice. Ken also comes with a yelling head, so that can be for Shoryuken, Hadouken, when he's getting hit, blocking, whichever one you want to make the facial feature work for. He also comes with two sets of hair, one for flowing when it's going towards your right, which would be his left, would look like, and more of an open one. Right here, I just have the normal one on. Be careful with it when you're putting it on. It is soft, so if you squish it in the wrong way, it may not look too well, but it looks just fine here. Ken also has articulated, no, sorry, not articulated. He also has effect parts. So his Hadouken is red, which is pretty cool. It matches his flame effects. His Hadouken is red, and you can actually match the hands with the grooves. So that way, it actually holds really well. And yeah, I've tested it, and I'll have a photo, but it actually holds well without a stand. and you can throw Hadoukens. It's really nice. I like the nice red translucent. If you want to put a light behind it, it'll actually look really good going through. Ken also comes with a really dope Shoryuken effect set when you do his Fierce Punch Hadouken. Fierce Punch Shoryuken. So it actually just slides right into the arm. It doesn't hinder the arm articulation at all. It looks really well. So let me back him up so you can see. Looks really good. It actually rotates with the arm as well. Really good. Nice translucent orange. Looks good. I like it a lot. One really cool thing that I like the most, though, is his Hurricane Kick set piece. This is something I really like. It is a soft but hard and sturdy plastic, and it's placed well on the bottom of the foot. And the reason why that is because you go toes first, and then you put your heel in. And I still have not mastered it, but I managed to get it in really well this time. Now again, I've shown it on my Instagram, but I'm going to show you again here. The piece is a nice sturdy set of plastic, and I have tried my best to balance it out, showed off what it can do. It actually looks really well in photos. So what you can do is you can rotate the foot to make it look like you're doing the axe kick. Let me put this arm down so I can balance. So even if you don't want to do a hurricane kick, you can do an over the head axe kick, and it'll balance out really well. And this is something I've really enjoyed about Ken and having his figure. It's just a fun playing with the balance game and the kick and things like that. It just makes it overall look really good. I really like it a lot. Ken is not my favorite, but he's turned out to be one of those surprising things where I thought, you know, this would hinder the articulation, it would suck, but turns out it's actually really, really good. Now, Ken, in terms of height, stands a certain level with Ryu and Vega. So let's show you guys how they look next to each other. This is him next to Ryu. This is both of them next to Vega. So size-wise, he's around the same size as Ryu, and Vega actually towers over them. You know, their heads being at his shoulders. So there you go. But now I'm going to show you what they look like next to other figures, because that's the kind of stuff you want to see. So this is him next to a Marvel Legend. Thor happened to be right next to me, so let's choose her. This is him next to a fellow Storm collectible, which is Sub-Zero. He's still a bit taller. This is him next to an AI White Deluxe Ninja. And Belmular from Ultraman, the manga version. Now he's actually a bit taller due to his heel status, but it actually looks really nice. So in terms of, always got to compare it to a Mezco. Don't want to leave somebody out. I always have Frank out on display, so. So in terms, he's a bit bigger and buffer and wider, but like I said before, and I'll say it again, it's not like you can't do a little force perspective and make things work. Overall, I like Ken a lot. Don't let the lower gi get on your nerves with the articulation. It's very much possible to make Ken do the things that you want him to do. I've just proven it. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying. These figures actually turned out to be really nice. I wish they were a bit smaller, but I totally understand their scaling for it, so it's totally fine. I just don't like the Street Fighter V design, but that's just me personally. Overall, it still turned out to be amazing. In the meantime, guys, hope you drink your water. Hope you're being good. I hope you do good. And please, please don't get sick. Don't. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Later.